Louisiana Commissioner of Agriculture and Forestry, Dr. Mike Strain, took to the sky to get a bird's eye view of the damage shortly after Hurricane Laura hit. As a veterinarian, part of his trip was to search for livestock. That view from the sky shows the complete destruction that happened along the Louisiana coast.
Hurricane Laura was the most powerful storm ever to hit Louisiana. We had sustained winds at the coast in excess of 150 miles an hour. We had areas where we measured the tidal surge inland in Cameron Parish at over 17 feet. Now you think about a 17-foot wall of water. The communities of Creole there at Holly Beach and in Cameron were devastated. Probably less than 1 in 5 structures remain. Most structures are completely destroyed. We flew the coast as soon as the winds got low enough where we could get, aircraft in the air, and we surveyed the damage in some of the areas like with the cattle, and in the area what they call Johnson Bayou, which is on the coast between there and Lake Charles, where we expected to find over 600 head of cattle that were there. We found 5. We found 4 horses. There we didn't find anything else. And also a tremendous amount of structural damages. The hay barns completely destroyed. We have farmers that not only have lost a great deal of their crops, but they also lost their homes, they lost their barns, they lost a lot of their equipment. And so now what we are doing, we are working, trying to stabilize what we can. Some of the issues that all we are dealing with is in our rice bins to make sure that they have generators if they don't have electricity in order to dry the rice that's there. The sugar cane, that was knocked down pretty hard, but we think that we will be able to recover most of the cane itself. We will lose a little bit of sugar because it takes energy. Sugar is a stored energy. It will take energy for the plant, to recover. If you look what happened in our cotton, about 40% of the cotton, the bolls were open. And what that means is when you think about the cotton boll being open, you can see the cotton. So we're going to have some issues there with cotton. They may affect the yield and also the quality. With corn and beans, we were just beginning to harvest corn and beans across the state. When you think about this storm, what you have to look at is an extraordinarily powerful storm that had hurricane force winds all the way to Shreveport. And it came in at the Louisiana, Texas junction. It came up at the east side, came up through Lake Charles. A lot of devastation in Lake Charles, devastation to our oil and gas facilities as well. And then it went up through that portion of the state all the way into central Louisiana, through Alexandria, through Natchitoches, through Manning, all the way up, close to Shreveport and Keachai. People had damage that far. And so the immediate needs, comes how do we get fuel in areas that don't have accessibility, don't have electricity, don't have fuel to keep the generators running, to keep the cooling fans on the chicken houses. So a lot of people are helping. I've been working closely with the Farm Bureau Federation on getting information from the farmers that what we need to do, also working with them to try to stabilize everything that we can as we work together.
The Department of Agriculture and Forestry has opened an emergency hotline for Louisiana poultry farmers who have an emergency need for fuel to keep those poultry houses cool. That hotline number is 225-952-8158. You can also find that by visiting our website at twilatv.org.